Recording in progress.
What it do, what it do, what it do. It is your boy, Andrew. So, aka Mr. Goody Two Shoes. And who am I with, as always? Joseph Huggins, aka Old Man Huggie. Talk shit or get off the pod, episode 216. Joseph, kiss me. I'm Irish. Welcome, motherfuckers.
Why do you always lean back? So for those of you, for the people who listen and don't watch the stream, every time you feel like you make a point.
Oh, that was a point.
Or you have
he's
some,
referring like
some
okay,
drop,
the,
some drop bar, some drop line. You lean back. You go.
listen,
Motherfuckers.
For the audio, he's talking about when I just lay down the intro right there as I lean back. Well, right, but that is what you're referring to in this instance.
Yes, but I can't think of a time. I guess sometimes you don't lean back when you do the intro. You get up close.
I don't know if you know this, but
like
gangsters
right
don't
there.
dance.
Like
Gangsters
that right
don't
there.
dance.
Like that right
lean
there.
back.
You kind of like start barking like you were like you're hopping closer.
Like Mitt Romney, like where the dogs? He's like, who let the dogs out? Oh, Mitt, I like. Bill Maher said it best because he donated $1 million to
crazy. Sorry,
to Barack Obama's campaign.
Yeah,
the second one, and then he was like, I would donate $1 million to Mitt Romney's campaign right now to go after Trump. You know, and it's like, yeah, it's crazy how far we've come. Like I really, really thought Mitt Romney was like the worst, and then it's like now he's like, he's a mensch. He's a mensch.
Yeah.
In comparison.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what people are like, oh, George W. Bush was really stupid. And he was really stupid. But like was he inherently evil? It's like, nah, you just realize he was like more just like a frat bro who did what the old boomers in the room told him to do, or the greatest generation told him to do. He was like, okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, he was like in over his head, but he wasn't like malicious.
Whatever that guy threw the shoe at him.
Still killed hundreds of thousands of people. But always in his back pocket, he started the AIDS initiative in Africa, and it's credited literally. I just saw the stat. I knew like around how much it was, but it's 26 million lives, and like 8 million children born without AIDS. Like on top of that, so dude saved a lot of people.
Yeah, whenever that protester
until Elon cut all the fucking money from it and dosed it.
He threw a shoe at him and he dodged it, and then he threw the second shoe.
Yeah,
like the face he made, he was like
he was smiling when he saw the second one was coming. Yeah. I remember when that happened. Like one of my teachers somebody was like telling me like, yeah, like
face, bro, was so funny.
Like getting hit with someone's shoe is a ultimate sign of disrespect in in that culture. So that's why like the guy was throwing his shoe and not like something else. He was like, this is what I think of you. Like, so it was more than just trying to hit him with the shoe.
No, I know, but I'm not.
I just because Iraq just started listening.
Reaction,
and I know it's not.
I
know it's not the U.S. embassy. Yeah, his reaction was good.
His reaction and like the smirk, and then when he saw the second one was coming, and then he dodged that one, he was like, "Oh shit!" Like it was almost like turned into a game for him. That's George. That was
But to be fair, like I could put together like 5 clips of Trump where I'm like, that was kind of tight. Like most recently with he was with Erdogan, the pseudo dictator over in Turkey.
Erdogan, the grocery store.
They're not spelled the same, but it's kind of pronounced the same.
I know.
Yeah. Star Painter, boys Erdogan.
How shitty would that be? He's like, please shop at my grocery stores.
I mean, he's a NATO ally and an elected official. Like, I'm just saying, like,
elected.
He's not. Yeah, he was elected.
Okay.
I mean, you can't be a NATO if you're not a democracy, but it's leaning to the right. But what was I even saying about it? Turkey?
A baller.
No. Trump had him in the White House, and he was like, he said something about, he was talking about like the elections being rigged in America. Trump's old.
Yeah.
But then he goes right to Erdogan. He goes, this guy knows a lot about rigged elections. just straight to his face, and it's just like it's like boom, like in a vacuum, that's a nice takedown.
Well,
But
it's not in the notes, but there's been that whole, with that representative, or was a congressman, Dunn from Florida, who had the heart issues, and it was none of it was like released to the public, but he had like a terminal illness, and it's him and Mike Johnson talking, and he's like, what did he have? He's like, he was gonna be dead by June, and everybody's like, oh my god. And Mike Johnson's like, well, that's not public knowledge, but yeah. And he's like, heart failure. He like said what this guy was out that he was keeping from the public for like all year, for like better part of a year. He just like drops the hammer in some press conference, like, this dude almost was gonna be dead by June because he's got heart failure. And then when you watch the clip, everyone's like, oh my god,
that reminds me of when I was in this
Trump's on some wild shit right now.
yeah, yes, I was in this cognitive behavioral theory group therapy like that I used to go to, and this guy was like super funny older guy that was in there, former alcoholic, and he goes to like the moderator. He's like, hey, like I just went to the doctor, and it was like a serious conversation, but and I was just happened to be sitting in the middle. He checked my liver, and he said it was like actually like looking pretty good. And the moderator like is like looking at his notebook and doesn't even look up. He goes, oh, that's good, because the last time I thought you talked to your doctor, he said your liver was fucked. And like and like it was just like, so the timing was like just perfect. I was like, but yeah, his liver was good now.
How have you been?
I've been good, man. Uh, just a weird week. Not a weird week, a good week. Um, I don't know
Okay.
how much. Yeah, I don't know how much I want to get into it.
Okay, that's fine. I went to town over the weekend, so I it was pretty nice. So I decided to get some shit done. Says your boy went out to Lowe's. I mean, I went crazy. So I'm like 80% done on building a new mailbox, and then built these like hose reel posts. I don't know. I was just like, it was just really nice. So I wanted to get some shit done. So I'm super stoked. I have a neighbor, super cool dude. He's older, retired. He's cool as fuck. And he's like, yeah, he was helping me with it because I definitely needed two people. Uh, and he's just a trip. And I was like, yeah, I'll help you with that. Cool older dude, retired, like kind of like a stoner hippie type guy, but like built his own back deck out of like steel. He's like, oh, I just welded it. Like one day he's like, hey, like, can you help me move this ladder? And then 2 days later, I go back there and he's got this huge steel frame built. And he's like, oh yeah, I just did this past couple days, just building some shit. Craziest dude ever. But I'll send you some pictures of the mailbox, dude. It's pretty baller. No, I'm not.
No, I believe it.
pretty tight. It's pretty tight. It, because now, see, last year, if for so for people who didn't listen, it was on the 11th last year I bought my first house. So all last year, it was like a jungle. The yard looked like shit. Um, Spent a lot of time redoing it, and now I'm like on like to phase two, so I'm getting actually like plant shit, do other stuff besides just like dig up roots and stumps and trees and all sorts of bullshit, because that's all I did last year. It was
So
a
that was like
nightmare.
phase one, and then now you get to
Just get it. Yeah, my goal last year was that I wanted to be the fence to be done. That's done. So I have all that stuff. It looks great. Get the beds built so I can plant stuff, and then get rid of like all the stumps, the roots, the sticks, anything. So I just have a big flat patch of green, nothing in the backyard, so I can do whatever I want. And then basically the same in the front. So I can like now with a big bed, so I can plant stuff in the bed. The yard already looks good. Already did the stonework on the trees, the mailbox, the posts. Like I've already done so much like really difficult stuff that it should be kind of chill. I just get to like plant plants and be like an old ass man and water my plants at night and just hang out. It'd be pretty tight. Pretty excited. Pretty stoked.
nice. Um, there was something I was gonna mention that happened, but now I forgot.
Oh,
So
and
I'll get back to you.
talking to one of my neighbors. She's like, "Oh, this looks so good." She's like, "You're always doing something." I was like, "Yeah." Da, da, da. She's like, "I need to talk to get my husband to build us a new mailbox. Ours is falling apart." I was like, "No, you cannot." like I enjoy doing this stuff, and I feel bad if like other people have to do stuff because I'm out there like
What do you mean?
building. Like I know that like if I'm out there trimming the trees and you need your trees to be done, and I'm like out there doing it, I feel like sometimes if you're doing something and then you see somebody else go out and do it like an hour later, maybe like their missus is like, "Hey, you need to get out there and clean the trees up too." What the fuck? Like I feel like that happens. So when she's like, "Oh, I see this. I'm gonna have to
Oh,
show this to my husband. He needs to build me something like that." I was like, "No, you
I see.
leave me out of that. Don't say anything. I'm trying to."
Whatever. You know,
No, I
like,
don't want to.
you know.
But it's been chill.
Get,
It's been chill.
hold on. All right.
It's been a lot of fun though. Honestly,
We've been through maxing. We've been through mogging. Is this guy? Are these wives trying to aura farm for their husbands?
yeah, I'm yard maxing right now. Basically,
You're
right
yard
now.
maxing.
But in the
Okay.
mail,
Oh,
dude,
oh,
I'll
I,
do.
I
Dude, I'll send you this mailbox. Dude, it's crazy. It's all like it's all cedar. It's all dark stained. It's got a white mailbox on it. It's gonna end up having these slats across the front of it. It's got a light on it. It's like super fucking nice. It's like super deep in the ground. I just on Saturday was like, I'm just gonna do this shit today. I went and just bought a bunch of shit, and then what's wild is so there's like the
how much lime are you buying?
lime.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have to buy any lime. I bought
Okay, I'm
cement.
just curious because as your
Like I'm
attorney,
digging holes.
you're
Yeah.
digging holes, bro.
Well, no, like
As a
I
black
went to
man in
grab.
Texas, I just want to make sure that we're like spreading out like the ingredients that we're buying, so we're not flagged or anything like that.
I go to take the old mailbox out because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to take this one out. It's a shitty little mailbox. I was like, but it's definitely cemented in there, bruh. I go to grab it and it just pops out. It's just a stick. It's literally just a pole. There's no cement, no nothing. Somebody just like lightly hammered this thing into the ground. I don't know how long it's been there. It had to have survived like tornadoes and shit, but it wasn't even in there. There's no cement on it at all. But then I started it and basically got it done by Sunday, and then there was like 65-mile-an-hour winds. It was windy as shit out here, bro. It was crazy, super crazy in Texas with the winds. So I was like, I'm calling it quits. But
Better. Oh, I don't know about better, but yeah, it was 100 fucking degrees. Real
it's
question.
supposed to. It's dude. Listen to this. It was below freezing yesterday for a little bit, and the low 30s was the low today, and then by I think tomorrow it's supposed to hit 90.
What the fuck?
Bruh, it is a shit storm out here. Texas is going through like menopause right now, dude. Hot flashes, hot,
Oh,
cold.
Is Texas seeing anybody? You know what I'm saying? I wrote this in my notes, note app, on edibles, like February 26th.
Okay.
Are dogs aura farming when we pet them?
No. I
What's
don't think.
aura farming? What's the definition of? It's like taking your aura and giving it to myself, right? That's what I thought it was. So
Yeah,
dogs.
or you're doing things to like create an aura about
I thought you were
yourself.
swooping aura from someone else.
Yeah, but like you'd be doing things to like create more aura for yourself. So that'd be
Like what? Like learning how to surf?
like doing something cheesy. Like okay, I walk by a girl, I drop a piece of paper. She's like, she picks it up and tries to hand it to me, and then I write my number on it and then walk away. That would be like aura farming.
Whoa, bro. What other tips do you have for the youngins
No,
out
I think
there?
that's like a
For the
meme I
single from us.
saw with like stupid shit like that. Like, um,
That's not stupid.
if I'm hanging out and I'm smoking a cigarette in the parking lot and there's like a ledge, I'm like I stand up on the ledge and like lean to the side and just like smoke and do it like because I'm like I gotta be cool. It's like trying to act cool.
Ah, I thought I was stealing someone's aura.
No,
Okay.
don't.
I'm glad that I wrote that down because I wasn't sure.
I'm the Shang Tsung of aura. That'd be hardcore.
Yeah, well, I'm the
Aura
Prince
farming
Andrew of the Riz
is
Palace. No,
intentional.
fuck,
Aura
fuck.
farming is
Edit
intentional.
that out.
is the intentional, often repetitive cultivation of a cool or charismatic personal image to gain social clout, popularity, admiration, frequently on social media. It involves acting effortlessly stylish or impressive to increase one's aura, personal vibe, or charisma, often described as trying to look like you're not trying.
Is that am I aura farming right now with this outfit? You said I look like what? Andre Agassi, like peak cocaine or peak methamphetamine? What was he on?
Methamphetamine with the toupee mullet,
Oh, my hair's too good, man.
which
To
is
be
crazy
Agassi,
that
to
he.
be compared to Agassi.
I love that he admits now. He's like, yeah, bro, like I was bald as shit. Like I was high as fuck and bald.
Crazy. The only crazier other thing than him doing that, like at Wimbledon with a motherfucker wearing shorts, jean shorts, is that dude who just got hit in the face, the boxer, and his fucking wig came off. Or he's
Oh,
like,
and he still won the fight.
really? I didn't hear
Yeah,
that part.
yeah,
That's amazing.
he ended up winning the fight, and he left, and he kept
Knocked his fro right the
no,
fuck off his
he
head,
did
dude.
the post fight interview with his hair like that, like he did it like on purpose. But I feel like you'd have to at that point, like in
Oh,
that fight, a you'd have to win, and b like you're gonna be memed for life, so you might as well just lean into it.
or now you're like a motivational speaker for life. Like, hey, I got my fucking wig knocked off on live television, like in a
Dude,
fucking fight, and I still won.
I keep having these like Tony Robbins clips pop
Ooh,
up where
ooh,
Tony
talk to me.
Robbins
You know I'm a Tony Robbins stan.
it's just like crushing people. I'm like, damn, Tony Robbins.
He's kind of the truth. The only thing I really know about him though is like the documentary that was like on Netflix like 9 years ago or something. And I was like, oh, because to me I thought he was like a charlatan type, dude, just from like the clout that I had heard about him. But then when I watched the documentary, which was like one of his like conventions or something, I don't know what they're
Yeah.
called, retreats. Like it was like over the course of that weekend or week, whatever, however long it was. And I was like, yeah, he's like kind of like he's not selling bullshit at
No,
all.
he was just like calling people the fuck out. I was like, damn,
Right.
Tony, like in front of everybody.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, this
He's
isn't
like, call him. So let's call him then. Call him and tell him what you just said. We'll be quiet. Why not? Why don't you want to call him? She's like, oh, well, I just don't.
Yeah.
Because you're manipulative. Or he's like, I'm like, oh, shit, Tony, what the fuck, bro?
He's a real one, dude.
You're freaking me out, dude.
Start paying your boys, Tony.
That'd be tight to get paid by Tony Robbins.
We just start running Tony Robbins ads.
I'd
We
do
don't
it.
run any ads, dude. And like, we'll see about last week, but the episode before that, fucking through the roof. Big, most listened to one so far. Like in that short amount of time, I should say.
Oh, okay.
Me, myself, and Iran. Maybe that's why. We just have clickbait titles. But
That was a good title.
But it was
You're
like
welcome.
significant. Well, you no. Well, you led me there. You led me there because yours was mine was me, myself, and Iran, and you were like Iran and me was like yours. I think.
Yeah, Iran and me or something like that.
Yeah. So I wouldn't have got to me, myself, and Iran without yours. So I'm not. I gave you a producer credit on it for sure.
I'd hope so.
I mean, obviously, this shit's 50-50.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I remember when we started the podcast, when I did it with the super producer first, he asked me like, how we were gonna split it, and I was like, immediately, I was like 50-50. And he was like taken aback. He's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, dude, I was like, this doesn't work unless it's 50-50. Like, are you kidding me? But he thought like I would get more of it for something because like he was supposed to be the producer, I was gonna be the host, and it's like, nah, dude, come
Yeah.
on. All right, would you like to do therapy questions?
Yeah, let's go.
Therapy question number 1, Joseph. Happy St. Patrick's Day. You can draft one fictional villain to be your life coach. Who's fixing your mindset?
A villain. Maybe like Lex Luthor, because I'd be getting stacks. And he's a bad guy, but he's also kind of right, because when Superman goes evil, he's like, hey, bro, like I told you guys this motherfucker was crazy.
Can't be trusted.
I told you that I told you he could kill everybody, because that's what he's doing now. So that wouldn't be a bad one because you'd be working with stacks.
What do you mean stacks?
He's loaded. He's like Elon Musk. So he would teach me to change my mindset. He would put me on that millionaire mindset.
Oh, okay, all right.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
you're always getting to the money.
Yeah, that's it. He gets to the money and he does evil. I'm not saying I have to be an evil villain. He's just changing my mindset.
No, no, he's your life coach.
Okay, then yeah, then even then it'd still be like, technology, push me into the tech sector.
He's Peter Thiel to your JD Vance.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Peter Thiel is a motherfucking villain. Like he's just
Yeah,
not
Peter
fictional.
Deal's
He's
crazy.
just not fictional, dude.
Yeah, he's real.
He's talking about the Antichrist like in third person.
See, because like there's some that are cool. Like I would want a aura farm from Jafar because Jafar's aura is tight. Stand by it.
And then this is where I mentioned that I played Jafar in a sixth grade play.
That's tight. You have a snake cane that you can hypnotize people with. Cool as shit. You got a parrot that talks. You wear a cape. You're like,
A little
dude,
effeminate.
your like internal
Okay,
body
but
temp is on
you're
point.
not
You
him
live in
though.
the
He's just
desert.
your life. He's just the life coach. You don't become him.
No, I know. I'm saying I want an aura farm off of it.
Okay, well, I thought we
I'm not
agreed
saying,
that aura. I thought aura
but I
farming
was
wasn't
saying is
taking his aura.
he wouldn't be a good life coach because like he kind of loses. He becomes a genie. So then it's like he'd be getting a lot of mixed signals. He'd be an inconsistent life coach.
I
He'd
forgot
just be
that he
cool.
become a genie. Yeah.
Yeah. Like so that's where if like you could pick any Disney
But
character,
it's
the
why
genie
not
could
him
be a
if
good
he's
life coach.
but genie's not a villain. But Jafar
The
as a
genie is.
genie,
He
boom,
is.
yeah,
Well, that's true. He
uh,
is one of the most powerful Disney villains because he is a
life
genie.
coaching.
I don't know, man. He's a little he's a little too toxic for me.
Yeah.
Scar, you be ambitious.
Get his Nazi lion ass out of here, bro.
He'd be ambitious, but he is a Nazi.
I like life coaches that aren't Nazis.
That's true. So not Peter Thiel, not Elon
Not
Musk.
Peter Thiel.
Yeah, not Elon Musk.
No.
Yeah, there's that whole be prepared scene with the goose stepping hyenas, and I was just like, man,
Yeah.
what are we doing here? This is really like Disney. It'll be a little more. Well, Disney's dead, and they just let all subtlety out the window.
If they ever had it.
Yeah, I mean Uncle Remus and all those stories, which is just yeah. We don't have to go down that rabbit hole. But Walt Disney was racist. Everybody, listeners, if you weren't sure, very racist, anti-Semitic chain smoker.
You want to hear this is a weird fact. Oh no, maybe this is about Henry Ford. But it's either about Walt Disney or Henry Ford. I forget which one, but one of them, or they didn't have Hitler's post or like picture in their office. Hitler had one of their portraits in his office, bro. I think, but that's how much these dudes were running with Hitler. I think it was Henry Ford though. Both of them anti-Semitic, Nazi sympathizers. But here we are, you know. Disney's great. Mustangs are amazing. Start paying your boys.
Toretto from this is a villain, fictional villain, Dom Toretto, Fast and Furious. He's a villain. He's the bad guy. But he'd be a good life coach. Yes, that's it. Family first. Family's always fucking first, bro.
Well, that's true, and you do live your life a quarter mile at a time.
Like he would be great. He'd be a great life coach.
Shout out.
Not a bad one.
Shout out.
Predator, the Predator.
Life coach?
Yeah, maybe.
Are you
I'm going intergalactic. I'm leaving this planet. He'd be like, let me teach you my ways. I'm like, all right, bro, let's go. Let's get out of here.
I feel like sometimes the Joker is my life coach, you know.
That's the most cliche white boy shit you could ever say.
Are you serious?
Yes, like Joker memes and stuff, bro. Get out of here. I might be alone. I'm a loner by choice. Like a Joker, and he's like laughing, putting on his makeup and shit. Get out of here. No, the Joker. You'd be better off with like Penguin as like a life coach.
No, fuck that.
No, because he still has political ambitions. He still moves about the town.
I
He's more
know,
of like a
but
crime boss.
but he's a midget. How is he gonna be my life coach? You know what I'm
He
saying?
can coach you up. If it's Danny DeVito, you don't want Danny DeVito.
Danny
Cobblepot
DeVito, no,
as
no,
the
but
Penguin. Cobblepot. I'd take Cobblepot.
You want Dinklage? You take Dinklage, I'll take DeVito, and we'll throw the Penguin out. I hate the Penguin, bro. Okay, I see what you're saying. Danny DeVito as the Penguin. I see what you're saying.
And then, like,
Def-
there's some Game of Thrones characters that are, I guess, villains that wouldn't be too terrible life coaches. There's.
okay, we're
It's just a
moving
bit
on.
but obviously anybody that would be like not super dangerous and try to get you like would
I
kill
mean, like
you.
Catwoman, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just for the latex.
I guess, but um,
Is Black Widow a villain? Or no?
everybody that's a villain has like ambitions of taking over or doing something like that.
Ambitious as a writer.
So anybody you pick to be your life coaches, you basically would they'd be motivating you to like take over the world. That's pretty much it.
Pinky in the brain.
Boom.
Therapy question number 2. You can only wear one outfit for the rest of your life. What's your main character uniform?
Jeans, t-shirt, probably like a zip up hoodie or something like that. Yep. Pretty lazy. If I had to wear
So
one outfit for forever, I'm not wearing like a suit.
You're Adam Sandler. You're Adam Sandler.
Oh, jeans and a t-shirt and some nice shoes.
I guess he's like athletic shorts.
yeah, he's like athletic shorts and shit. No, but I'm not gonna pick like a suit. Like get the fuck out. I have to wear this every day.
Let me let me change your mind. I just watched the latest episode. Shout out. We should do a Home and Home collab. Benny Blanco, Lil Dicky, and Lil Dicky's wife's podcast. Friends Keep Secrets. 4th episode aired today. Kevin Gates, your boy's on there. He shows up in a tuxedo. It's not even a tuxedo though. You know what it is? It's made out of like running, like gym, like running pants. So he goes down into like a full on crouch and like in it. And if I can't run in it, he's like, I don't wear it. But it's a full on tuxedo running suit. That's the jam.
Kevin Gates is insane.
Kevin Gates is tight.
I mean, he's tight, but he's crazy.
Dude, I mean, I just listened to him for like an hour and a half, and he seemed pretty on point. He was quoting Eckhart Tolle, my guru.
No, he's super smart, but he also does some pretty crazy shit.
He's been to prison, dog. First time he went to prison was 13. He said, had they just pulled up to the prison when he was 13 and said like, hey, if you fuck up again, you're going there. He never would have fucked up again. But instead he went, and then he lost the fear of going to prison, so then he just kept going back. I'm just an aggregator, bro.
13, they put him in prison.
That's what he said. I guess I don't know what the juvie, whatever that is. Maybe I don't know how they treat black people, bro. Tried him as an adult, probably.
Yeah, but to be tried as an adult at 13, you'd have to like murder somebody
or just be black in America. But okay, but I'm sure it's
tell me more about that.
Yeah,
please enlighten me,
bro. Oh, I'm wearing all white.
Yeah, what was that, Andre Agassi?
Dude, let the white knight come in, homie.
Andy Roddick.
I mean, just anybody at Wimbledon.
Yeah, right? I mean, no, not anybody. I guess kind of now.
Isn't it? It's all white. I think you have to.
Oh well, yeah. Well, no, not the people playing though. They can be different skin tones.
Well, recently.
Yeah.
Like the fucking Masters, like the first black person was Condoleezza
Rice.
First woman and black person. Like,
it would have been cooler if they.
We have to get a woman and black people in here. Let's just get one person, Condoleezza Rice.
Check both boxes. It would have been cooler if it was like Omarosa or something. I wish they would have picked like a more like controversial,
I mean,
but
Condoleezza
right.
Rice on the fucking like what? She's
Yeah,
selection
but
committee for
that's like
college football.
that's like someone saying
She
like
picks who's the fucking in the
no, but
playoffs.
that's like somebody saying, "Oh, I always get my burgers with meat and cheese only. I'm gonna get crazy today. I'm gonna put mayonnaise on it." Like that's not a topping. That's not crazy. Condoleezza Rice, if you were like, "What? Who?" Like they're gonna pick a black woman. They'd be like, "What? Well, who? They're gonna pick like the most in the group black woman they could pick. I bet you they're gonna pick someone like Condoleezza Rice, and then that's who they pick. Like,
No
you kidding
shit.
me? It's like a
She,
joke.
she's not one of the good ones. She's the one good one for them.
It's like them playing pickup basketball, and then they're like, "All right, first pick," and they're just like Colin Powell, and he's like, "I don't know how to play basketball." They're like, "Yeah, sure you do. Come on."
Condoleezza Rice sounds like a Mexican dish. Send her back to Mexico so the Mexicans can eat her.
Why do you always quit quoting that Dave Chappelle line?
So that's like that lives rent free in my head, dude.
I guess so.
Therapy question number 3. You can bring one. Yeah, I already said what mine was. Okay, you can bring one extinct animal back, but it has to be your roommate. What are you choosing?
And it's chill.
Well, it depends what you pick, bro.
A dodo bird. Boom. There you go.
Yeah,
Non-threatening. Non-threatening.
out of all the animals that we've
Or I'd
killed
pick like a
off
fish
this
or
planet,
something.
bro, you're bringing back the
It's got to be
one.
my roommate. I'd pick. I want.
The
I'm not
dodo
gonna
birds didn't go extinct because of like humans and like
Tasmanian
poaching. It's just
tigers.
they just couldn't fucking hang because they're not built for this shit.
Tasmanian tiger. So that'd be like cool. I
As
have
your
this like
roommate,
tiger dog. Yeah.
tiger dog. I
Yeah.
heard somebody call their cat a puppy cat the other day. I was like, what is going on? This
Puppet. What?
identity. The name of the cat was
Well,
Puppy
it's a
Cat.
Tasmanian tiger, so it's like a dog, a breed of dog. But it's got
Uh,
stripes. So
I thought
if
it was.
people would
I
be
thought it
like,
was a. I thought it was a tiger.
people would be like, "Oh shit, what the hell is that?" It's like a wild dog, like a wild hunting dog.
You
Yeah,
know,
like what? You gonna pick a
I'm bringing back a.
dinosaur?
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. And Kevin Gates also said he has a dinosaur dick. He did say that.
I'm sure he
Uh,
did.
you know, and who amongst us doesn't, Kevin? That's the way I say.
That's That's terrifying. A dinosaur dick? That is terrifying.
I mean, that sounds like something I
To
would
compare
say
it to a
to
dinosaur
like a boomer. That's
is.
what I'd say to like a boomer, like as an insult. Until Kevin Gates said it, then I'm like, that's kind of cool.
I'm gonna start using that.
I
Don't.
mean,
You don't say that
if
to
you
people.
have to say that it's a dinosaur dick, it's probably not. Like unless you're Kevin Gates in a jogging suit that's a tuxedo and looks like a custom
Yeah, I mean, you
tuxedo.
have to have a dinosaur dick to wear a suit like that.
No, I think yeah, anybody
That's,
could really get
no,
away with it.
oh
It might
no, they
it,
check.
this
They
might be the
check.
new wave.
They check.
Oh, they check.
They check. They check
It's
the
probably good. It's probably good
check
for the
check
dinosaur
the
dick because it's
check
like
the
it's
inseams.
the elastic and
It's breathable.
hmm
That's horrifying.
dinosaur dick friendly.
That's horrifying.
I'm just really
What
hoping that I
dinosaur
don't.
would you pick as a roommate?
I got to go Brontosaurus because then I'm just like taking up lots. You know, it's like, what am I going to do? I'm just going to have to acquire the neighborhood because my Brontosaurus needs the land.
True.
And you're going to
You know,
fuck with me?
open
You're going to fuck with
airspace.
the guy who has a Brontosaurus?
You'd have open airspace. Yeah, but it's not gonna.
How big
It's not gonna
really is a
mess.
Brontosaurus? How big is a Brontosaurus? Like a house? Like way bigger?
That's not gonna mess with anybody
Right.
because
Maybe not a Brontosaurus because I would
it's
like
a
to breed this.
herbivore.
I like to breed this thing and like get it going, and like become really rich. I'm the only one with the extinct. These guys are already
See,
doing it with like these
if
scientists
it's
are doing it.
cool, if it's cool and it's not gonna fuck with me, then yeah, like then you'd pick
That's the goal.
some wild like I don't know like extinct spider that's massive. So like that dude's got like a 5 foot spider. Well, there's a period.
No, who
There's
the fuck wants the 5 foot spider?
I got a Titan boa. Boom. That
No, I
biggest
want something
snake
that's like
on the
mass
board.
marketed, bro. I want a new pet. Dogs, cats. Here's the third. Here's the third alternative. What is it?
brontosaurus.
Not a brontosaurus. Not a
Jesus,
brontosaurus.
terrible.
There's gotta be like a baby ass dinosaur that's like cute and cuddly,
Potbelly dinosaur, like a little.
domesticated.
Well, that's where you get like a raptor. Raptors are small. They weren't that big. Not as big as they're portrayed in Jurassic Park.
They're not fun, bro.
I mean, I guess they're pretty smart.
Like, they're chaos. Reptilian.
Well, they're fucking dinosaurs.
Are all dinosaurs are reptilian?
Yeah.
News to me.
Wow.
But like sharks and shit, bro.
Well, yeah, those wouldn't. Those are prehistoric animals, but
Well,
dinosaurs are like,
I'm just talking about,
you know,
extinct animals.
descendants, the early descendants of Draco reptilians from the Draco constellation star system that live secretly inside the Hollow Earth. They're extra dimensional beings. They feed off of our energy. Yep, it's all true.
I was tripping out about the dinosaurs the other day.
What were you tripping out about the dinosaurs on?
Like the fact that they're reptilian and shit and like so big, and then also like just like running shit for like hundreds and hundreds of millions of years, was like they were just like perfectly suited for the Earth. And then like a comet hits, not a spaceship. Come on.
Yeah, there are certain periods of dinosaurs that would be terrifying. Can't remember if it's the Triassic, but there's a certain period where the humidity and the moisture was so high that plants were massive, trees were massive, and bugs and insects were fucking huge. That's when they had like massive ants, massive spiders, mosquitoes like bigger than birds, like really like some Jumanji type shit.
Yeah, fuck that.
Like, no thanks. Because there was like, yeah, there was an abundance of like the oxygen levels were just extra high.
Well, when the oxygen levels are super high, that means you have a lot of wildfires because fire can just burn easier with the oxygen.
Yeah.
And then, so then the whole planet is on fucking fire forever, but then the fire burns out all the oxygen, and then you get periods of low oxygen, and then other shit happens. It's a circle of life. Therapy question number 4. Which fast food mascot would win in a battle royale? First, let me ask you, have you seen or have you heard the song Rat Anthem by Rat Omen?
Mm-mm.
Well, they have a video, and it's the Colonel, Ronald McDonald, the Burger King, Jack in the Box, out partying, like out on the town partying, and they're like doing drugs. And then Nick Swartzen comes in as Wendy and a stripper. It's like a really cool music video. Highly recommend. Anyways, out of those 5, plus add in whoever, does like Raising Cane's have a mascot? I don't know. Oh, it's like their dog. But out of all the mascots, who do you think would win in a battle royale? Who's the hardest?
I mean, I'd like to say it's either gonna be the
And
king or
we can include the McDonald's like lineup. It doesn't have to just be the main.
no, no. It's just Ronald. It's just the main
Well, they have
centerpiece.
multiple mascots.
Yeah, but the main guy is Ronald McDonald. Those are
Okay, all
his
right, all right,
buddies. Those are the
all
friend
right.
Ronald and friends.
So only the gang leaders.
Trust me, like because Mayor McCheese is the mayor of all McDonald's. He doesn't get enough credit.
I thought he was just the mayor of the cheese.
No, he's just Mayor McCheese. His last name is McCheese, dog. He ain't even on the menu.
Ooh, secret menu.
He's a food item that's not on the menu.
Is Ronald McDonald on the menu?
No, it's his menu.
Is the Hamburglar on the menu?
No, that fool. He's hanging out with a snitch. This dude's stealing his shit all the time, and he keeps him around. He's crazy. That's how you know Ronald rides for his OG homies because he like tolerates his dude stealing his burgers all the time. And nobody knows what Grimace is.
Yeah.
Nope.
But he's the homie though.
He's like, oh shit, people like Barney. We should do something like that too. What came first, Grimace or Barney?
Barney's a dinosaur dog
True.
and has dinosaur dick, probably.
Probably.
I just really
I'd say
hope
either
that
the
I don't name the.
king,
I just really hope I don't name the audio dinosaur dick when I get there.
the king, or Jack. As I love Jack. I miss Jack in the Box commercials with the character of Jack. Those were
Yeah.
fantastic. Great ad campaigns. They
I
need to
always
bring that
wonder if
shit
like
back.
have they used the same guy's voice the whole time, and
I think so.
how
Yeah,
paid is that motherfucker?
because and I used to like it. He would go into a Jack in the Box sometimes, and they would have like pictures of Jack like in frames like throughout the restaurant. I just wanted to jack one of them so bad all the time because they'd be like
You wanted to
him in front of
jack why so you could jack off to one of them? Oh,
no, it's just funny as shit. Um,
just like that joke
like
was.
riding in a helicopter, him like doing like random action shit. I was like, bro, this is crazy. So probably for me, Jack or the King, because I always like the King. King's funny. King don't talk.
Re-
He's just
King
awkward.
don't talk.
So he's just funny because he just stands there and is like, I just think that's funny. He's kind of creepy too. He like pops up.
Okay. I think the Chihuahua from Taco Bell. He's got the drop on all these fools. Is that the main? Is that the gang leader of Taco Bell?
You, the Chihuahua from Taco Bell.
Yo quiero.
I hated the Chihuahua. It was funny like the first like two times, and then they just like ran it out. They just kept it going and going and going.
So we've dealt with maxing, we dealt with mogging, we've dealt with aura farming. This is Andy rage baiting Joseph.
No, you didn't know I didn't care for him. It just got I just got tired of it. It was always the same joke. So then like there was no like progression to it, you know.
I just had a thought. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
I'm not, you know.
No, no, nothing about this. But because I was just thinking of we're hitting all the Gen Z things, and then I had this other thought, but I'm just not gonna say it. We're moving on. We're moving on to the articles. Joseph, do you need a break?
I'm always fine. It's you who needs breaks.
Oh, okay. We'll take a break.
See, motherfucker.
We'll be right back for the audio. We're back in 1 second. Okay, now we are back to the
Topic number one from the AP. I don't know if you saw this, but Jasmine Crockett confirmed security team member killed by Dallas police in standoff. So listen to this shit. Democratic U.S. Representative Jasmine Crockett on Monday confirmed that a 39-year-old man who was killed in a standoff with Dallas officers last week was a member of her security team who had been using a fraudulent identity. Damon Mazzari Robinson lived as Mike King for years, during which he operated a security business that hired off duty police officers, Dallas police said Monday morning. Robinson's real identity was exposed after Irving police put out a bulletin for a vehicle stolen with stolen government plates, which a Dallas officer had seen while working with Robinson on his security job 6 months earlier. So he worked a job with he would find book jobs for off-duty cops. One of the guys he booked a job for noticed that the car plates, the Fed plates he had, fled Dallas police, who attempted to pull him over March 11th. He escaping a brief chase before being located once more in a hospital parking garage, officials say. After hours of a long standoff with negotiators, he took his own life. Our officer shot and killed Robinson after he stepped out of the vehicle and drew a handgun. So, death by cop, basically. In a statement posted on social media, the Dallas Congresswoman confirmed that Robinson had helped provide security for her for years and said her team had followed U.S. House procedure for contracting security. She also said Robinson, acting as Mike King, had worked with multiple law enforcement agencies, including Capitol Police. Spokesperson with Capitol Police did not respond for an immediate request for comment. Crockett said that her team. Oh, where did it go? Crockett said that her team was unaware that he had been acting under an alias, but that Robinson had always maintained positive community relationships and never gave any reason to suspect he had misconstrued his identity. We are learning about his what we're learning about his past doesn't fit the person we knew as Mike King, Crockett said. His death invokes a rage of emotions. Our hearts grieve the loss of someone we knew and lost someone we knew and that lost good and the lost good that we could have come from his redemption. Yeah, I mean, this is fucking crazy. That's crazy that this dude's like done gigs with Capitol Police, worked with other government agencies, all under an assumed alias, running around in cars with stolen plates, Fed
I mean,
plates.
I'm surprised like it doesn't happen more often,
You think? But that's such a weird.
especially with like the incompetent ass people that Trump's like put in here twice now, 2 terms.
True, but this isn't. This is Texas, so it's a little bit different.
Whoa, like they've got a better
Yeah,
record.
yeah. Greg Abbott knows what he's doing. He's rolling
Yeah,
us into the future.
yeah, rolling you back.
To Ann Richards, cool. Um, Ann
His
Richards,
emergency brakes are loose.
but this is pretty crazy. And the fact that he got in a standoff. That whenever this first came out, they made it seem like it was her like head of security, but I guess he just like worked in contact with her and other people in her team. But I mean, either way, it's wild whenever somebody who's working security for
A
somebody
high
who's
profile politician.
yeah, a high profile politician is getting in police chases where they're taking their own lives in a hospital parking lot. That's crazy.
I mean, this isn't that, not even close, but I remember it was a scandal when Barack, or as our president would say, Barack Hussein Obama, when he was president, they went down to South America to the Southern Americas, I should say, to our Latin audience, because they don't call it South America. He went down there for like a trip. Usually, like gonna hit a couple countries, and the Secret Service they all got a bunch of prostitutes, and got caught like with like 6 like prostitutes like in Brazil, and it was like such a fucking like huge deal because it's like because that is like how you honeypot like how you get to a fucking president is like through like a fucking hot chick like in a foreign country like it's like that's what you don't do. Secret Service, and I think maybe like drugs were involved.
Actually, I remember hearing about that, and there was
Yeah.
drugs involved. It was like coke and ecstasy.
But I mean, of course, they're in Brazil, bro. But I mean, at the same time, you're the Secret fucking Service, and you're supposed to have like passed, But like that fucking for some reason, the Secret Service is like super small, like and not on like, and then like also like not funded well, and it's like I don't even get what we're doing. We spend $1 trillion on the military. We can't like get the fucking commander in chief like on lockdown. But
Yeah.
it's supposed to be. It's especially with all the fucking like attempts on the presidents throughout the years.
When we're hiring outs or contracting outside
It's
firms
insane.
to do
It's
this, they
it's
end up
like
being like a fake Mike King who's like, I'm.
right,
And what's
but
even
then
crazy,
but
she's
it
from.
looks bad. it
Well,
looks
it's the
bad for
same.
the president to be like, "Yo, I want like 100 million more dollars for my security," and it's like, especially, and I probably would bitch about that with Trump, but it's like, nah, dude, the dude's like been shot at. Like, can we get the fucking security right?
But what doesn't make sense is that they noticed the plates 6 months previous, and then on the 11th, they're catching him. Like, so I guess he just wasn't in Dallas or was just roaming around and they let him walk around for 6 months knowing that he had fake plates. Because that's what originally, like, right, it was from another job where the guy noticed him. 6 months later, they're trying to track him. You're in a high speed chase. So there's like a big gap in time.
You think they're like, oh, he's on Jasmine Crockett's detail. Let's see what happens.
Epstein listed. That's what it is. He knew. He knew something. That's crazy, though. That's fucked up. That's super crazy. And it's wild. Like you said, you're surprised it doesn't happen more. I mean, yes, I could see why you'd say that, and that's scary because that shouldn't happen at all. You shouldn't have
I mean,
people working under fake names protecting high profile politicians.
well,
They're like,
okay, but like, there's fucking how many like agencies across the world that try every year to get somebody like that into the
no, and
motherfucker.
that's what I'm saying. This is more proof, yeah, that they're just that there's
Like, it's not. I'm not saying this guy's like a foreign plant or anything. I'm just saying like that's just one avenue, and then there's also, like, even like fucking like allies probably try to, swoop into like. But did you like heard this like that? And I don't know if it's true because it was like fucking IG Reels or TikTok, one or the other, but it sounds right. Just knowing what we know, like how Israel just was like infiltrated like the IRGC, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, and like we could just like picking off fools and everybody in Hezbollah, with a motherfucking beeper and a walkie-talkie. I heard that they had a like anti-Mossad wing in the IRGC, and it was run all by Mossad agents. Like everybody in there was a Mossad, like working for the Mossad. Sounds right to me.
no. I mean, I think they're the Mossad are like probably the scariest intelligence agency
Okay, but and
in
they
existence.
like we've seen what they did. Like they already were on point, and then we saw all the shit that they've done recently. So I don't want to take anything away
No,
from them,
the beepers
but there's
is
also like clout. Like I think like it's like they also benefit from you thinking that,
no, but there was like what the remote controlled motorcycle with guns on
right?
it. There's
They killed a nuclear scientist.
the
That
beepers.
was the original, like, what are they doing now? It was like a drone motorcycle, and that was like back in like 19.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then now it's just off the fucking rails. Like they killed the head of um Hezbollah while he was in a guest house in Tehran right after the inauguration of the president of Iran. So he's a guest of this, like, the new president and the Iran regime. They put him in a guest house, and Israel had already put a bomb in there 3 months before, and then they heard he was in there and just turned it on. It's in like what's going on? Why? It's like, is Iran just Israel? No, but I mean it's crazy how they've infiltrated them.
yeah. No, I mean that's what I thought.
And maybe so if you think about how much they've infiltrated them, how much have they infiltrated the motherfucking United States government, Secret Service? Also, this is what I wanted to bring up. Not to sound like a fucking conspiracy theorist, but we all were like talking about Jeffrey Epstein being like connected with the Mossad,
Yeah.
right? And I think like partially Donald Trump starting wars out of fucking nowhere to distract from the Epstein files. And who's leading them around? The motherfucking Netanyahu and the Mossad. They even said it. Israel was gonna hit them, so they were gonna hit us, and then we had to hit them. It's like, who's the fucking superpower here? Don't you think Israel knows what's in the Epstein files?
Yeah, that's why yeah, that's the whole
Right.
point.
So
Yeah.
so instead of Putin have like the piss tape, it's Netanyahu's got the motherfucking Epstein files. So that's why we're doing everything they want us to do.
Well, we didn't talk about this last
Allegedly,
episode because it
allegedly.
came out afterwards. There was that person who stole the entirety of the Epstein files. You've heard about this, correct?
No, but I cannot. That's another thing. I can't believe it hasn't been leaked.
Back in 2003, somebody remotely broke into
2003.
or
That isn't.
2023. Sorry,
I was like,
2023.
what? I was like, then we don't.
2023. Someone broke and hacked a remote computer that was left unlocked from outside the FBI and
Hunter Biden's laptop? No, I'm just
downloaded
kidding.
500 terabytes of unredacted files, videos, took everything, and then deleted it. Then they had to go back and try to recoup all of it and got back like 4 to 450 terabytes. So there's like 50. So there, somewhere floating out there, there's like 50 to 100 terabytes of stuff, plus the unredacted original 400 that were there. Somebody has had this in their possession since 2023. Somebody stole the Epstein files from the FBI, then deleted it, and then they
Right.
recovered it. So
And
they
it's not even that the Mossad in Israel have the Epstein files. They have like the information that was happening with Epstein in during in real time. It's like
true, but that's crazy to think that somebody out there has it unredacted.
it's not even crazy to think. Did they not say they had to like hire tons and tons of lawyers to redact all this shit? Like think about how many people have seen this shit.
Well,
Like
no, but I'm saying so somebody stole all of it unredacted, everything.
right. And I guarantee you, he or she or they is not the only person who's done that. Is what I'm trying to say. I feel like that this has got to be flown out there everywhere. It's like, hey, Russia, if you're out there, release the Epstein files.
No, I mean the FBI had it, and then so they had a security data breach, freaked out, and then realized that that's what was taken and that
Right, but I
was
mean, think about
downloaded.
how long they've had these files, how many people,
Yeah.
like how valuable they are, how many people's hands they've been through, how many administrations it's been through. You're telling me that there's only one copy floating around with 50 terabytes missing?
There's one person who has that,
That's okay. That's a side thing.
who has all of the information unredacted.
Okay. Well, that sounds like it's like Natoshi, for with the Bitcoin wallet.
Yeah, I mean whoever's got it. That's why they're saying like it's interesting that they slow play it and dribble out information because that means that whatever they're withholding, they know that somebody has copies of whatever the information they're withholding. So it's like, so why wouldn't you just release everything? Because that
Because it's
person,
that
it's
bad.
well, because you've created a blackmail scenario so that if that country, let's say that country is Israel, let's say it's Uzbekistan, somebody
Uzbeki. Oh,
took it.
shout out! They're listening to the pod.
You have the opportunity to the president's compromised and you can get him to do things that he normally wouldn't do and hold that information over his head and the
He's
only
the most blackmailable president I
and
mean,
that's where
like
it's like
imaginable.
and it's so and that's where they're saying is like yeah, I agree with you, it has to be so bad for them to go along with the blackmail plot and not just release it. It has to be so bad for that to be the case. Because if it was the opposite, then if they just released it all, then it would be like a political, just nuclear fallout.
Right.
So they can't. So they
So
have to play
so
into
yeah,
it.
and us using our imaginations of how bad it is, they would rather that than actually tell us how bad it is because it's that bad. I mean, dude, of course it's bad. What the fuck? How do you just like? How are you friends with this dude? And we already know Donald Trump's a motherfucking like sexual abuser. Like he's already been convicted. I got the term right, so don't sue us. And and it's like, come on, man. He said on tape he grabs him by the pussy, and he's hanging out with the motherfucker who, it's like, come on. It's only Donald Trump that can get away with this. Like this, like weird. That's the real Donald, like deranged Donald, or what is it called? Like
Trump derangement syndrome.
that's the Trump derangement syndrome that we just let that shit slide. Like him just saying like contradicting himself in the same sentence, falling asleep everywhere, like fucking bruises on his neck and his hands. It's like, come on, man, dude's obese.
Article number 2 from NPR and KERA. Arizona's Attorney General is accusing Kalshi, right? Did I say that pronounce that right?
Kalshi.
Kalshi of operating a legal gambling business in the first ever criminal charges filed against a wildly popular prediction market site where people bet billions of dollars a week wagering on sports, elections, and what politicians will say during public appearances. State prosecutors allege that Kalshi, which is based in New York City, is running an unlicensed online gambling operation that and lets residents bet on sports and elections without ever receiving approval from the Arizona regulators. Sports betting is regulated by an Arizona gambling commission, and gambling on elections is illegal in the state. There are more than 20 civil lawsuits over Kalshi's legal status, but Arizona is the first state to allege that the company has committed criminal violations. While Kalshi executives are not named as defendants in the charging documents, misdemeanor convictions in the state could include asset forfeiture and possibilities of jail time. Rather than work within the legal frameworks that states like Arizona have established, Kalshi is running on federal is running to a federal court to avoid accountability, the state attorney general said. Kalshi's spokesperson called the criminal charges seriously flawed and meritless, vowing to fight the case. Thoughts?
I mean, to me, it's weird because it's like I feel like three different things, like Kalshi and Poly Market. I think it's like the most freedom, like American thing to be like let people like most capitalistic thing like ever, like to just like bet on outcomes. And then like there was this whole thing about like the wisdom of crowds thing, like where it's like these are better than polls. But then now there's this thing where it's like when it's like they're affecting the polls where it's like Mamdani's like up 90% in the on Poly market, then like people aren't going to go out and vote. So that's the thing. I think this is going to be super toxic for like fucking 18 to like 32-year-old men, or just even more than that, like with it, because it is gambling. Like what the fuck are we talking about? And that's been already a fucking problem, like with DraftKings and like like shit like that. So this is like
This is like
really
the
bad.
next level.
Yeah, and like out of all the addictions in the world, gambling addiction has the highest suicide rate because like if you're like a meth addict, like people can tell that you're on meth, and try to get you help, or if you're an alcoholic, same thing. But with gambling addiction, you can't really see it, and then people just get into fucking debt, and then they end up like taking their own life. So that's a fucking problem, and it affects men like 5 times more, like or men are like 10 times more like likely to gamble, and like 4 times more likely to commit suicide. So it's like a fucking like not it's a bad combo. That being said, everybody's a grown ass person, and this is America. It should be regulated though, I think.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
where
oh no, and then the other point is that all the insider trading that's going on it. That it's not regulated at all. So then like fucking dudes are like betting on like are we gonna take out like Maduro in Venezuela and getting 400 grand like by picking the exact date. Like who knew? It's like and um yeah, so it's like people in the Trump administration are like betting on this, and it's like how do you regulate that? And Poly Market, which is also our boy Peter Thiel. Did you know that? Peter
yeah.
Thiel and Donald Trump Jr. Donald Trump Jr. is on the motherfucking board. Like, and everybody's all worried about Hunter Biden getting $1 million over at like some gas pump in Ukraine. Meanwhile, like he's like on the Poly Market board, Donald Trump Jr. You don't think he gets like inside information and then like can affect like the bets? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Peter Thiel. So they just said that they're gonna add in Palantir, the fucking AI that like Israel's using to like target people. um, and so Peter Thiel's also, like the founder of Palantir. So they're gonna use Palantir to that try to like to go over sports contracts and then like see if there's anything like weird going on with the bets, like insider trading with sports. But it's like, dude, like that should be regulated by like a government, not Peter fucking Thiel.
Well, speaking of Polymarket, this week an Israeli journalist said he received a barrage of death threats after Polymarket traders pressured him to change details in a story about an Iranian bombing so the bettors who wagered on whether it was a missile or a drone or something else could cash out. Despite the threats, he did not change the story. Polymarket has condemned the threats and said they will ban traders who harass the journalist. I listened to a longer segment about this earlier. But yeah, they were like, you need to change your story, you need to change the article because they just wanted to win their bets. So they were like harassing this dude, doxing him, doxing his family, because he wouldn't change his story. They're like,
Yeah.
you have like 82, you have
Which is
98 hours
stupid.
to
Which is
live.
stupid because
Like,
like think about this, like in like football, right? The NFL, like there's somebody up there who's scoring it, whether it's like a half sack or a full sack. and you can bet on that. So it's like people, like
Yeah.
that shit exists. You know, that's like
Yeah, little
I think
prop bets, but this is totally different. It is
it
like
is,
because
it is, but I'm saying there's
like
always like
while
it's
bets
always
on
like
war
some.
and assassinations are illegal under U.S. law, that has not stopped Polymarket's overseas site from regularly listing betting markets involving conflict and death. Incensed by the popularity of such betting, lawmakers in Washington have introduced legislation to further crack down on the prediction market industry.
Yeah, I think Polymarket's based in London, and what I know, so don't quote me on all this, but what I know for like the reason why I can play online poker in California is because the site that I use is offshore, and so playing online poker in the United States, like federally, is legal, but it's just up to the states to regulate. So in California, it's not. But as long as the offshore site is following federal law, then it's legal, and then I file my taxes and blah blah blah. So that's probably like why that's probably why Polymarket can have you bet on wars and get away with it versus I don't know if Kalshi has that on there.
Yeah,
Except for on Kalshi's like motherfucking commercials, they do have you betting on war. It's like chances the Spartans are gonna win the fucking war, or it's like so I don't know.
yeah,
But I've been betting on elections, like even before these two fuckers came around, like in the sports book.
yeah. But this has made it like so,
It's been popular,
yeah,
yeah, and
popular.
easy,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, it was like niche, like that I could do it.
And it got really big during the election. Like the most recent election
Well,
was
yeah,
the
the most
peak
recent
of it.
one,
Yeah,
and it was like heavy. It was like it said like that Trump was going to win by big, and that's why this blew up was because the polls had it close, and Polymarket didn't, and Polymarket was closer to the actual results, except for Kamala really only lost by less than 2%. It was like 1.5%.
yeah. Article number 3: Judge strikes down law mandating schools display the Ten Commandments. So we had something similar to this in Texas, and you have to have the Ten Commandments posted. In Louisiana, different. In Arkansas, law require or sorry, yeah, this is Baton Rouge, Louisiana. An Arkansas law requiring the Ten Commandments be predominantly
Cool.
displayed in public school classrooms was struck down by a federal judge Monday. The law is among those pushed by Republicans, including Donald Trump, to incorporate religion in public schools. Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas have all enacted similar laws requiring Ten Commandments be displayed in classrooms. And as such, each mandate has faced legal challenges that many expect to eventually be decided by the U.S. Supreme Court. Here's a closer look at the status of the mandates. Last year, 7 Arkansas families of various religious and non religious backgrounds filed a lawsuit challenging the state's new law. Yeah, I mean that's easy. If you have kids and they're doing that and they're not that you could that's an lawsuit, easy lawsuit.
Did you hear my dog Screw?
Mm.
Uh, she was like asleep, and I went to go pet her, and she was like, "Rah!" like that, like so it was like,
Oh,
I was like, what the fuck, it, dude. Most of the Ten Commandments aren't even actual laws.
yeah,
What the fuck are we doing? First Amendment, or like the first fucking like amendment of the Constitution is like,
yeah. Critics argue that the mandate is unconstitutional and
yeah,
violates separation of church and state.
it's like the
Proponents of the
first fucking
legislation
paragraph.
say the Ten Commandments have historical significance and are part of the foundation of the United States.
God is not mentioned one time in the Constitution at all, ever, not once, except for at the very end when it says in the year of our Lord, like 1980, whatever, or 1780, whatever the fuck, when they send the Constitution.
But so
I shouldn't say whatever the fuck. I should know that number, but or
on
date, but
Monday, the Circuit Court Judge Timothy L. Brooks said in a written judgment that nothing could possibly justify hanging the Ten Commandments with or without historical context in a caucus, chemistry, French, or woodworking class, to name a few. He was nominated by Barack Hussein Obama and went to write that there is no need to stain our minds to imagine a constitutional display mandated by the 2025 law. I mean, that's the whole thing that got me worked up with it when they were starting it in Texas. It's like you can't do that. You can't use public school funds to subject people to private school ideologies and do that. Like that's just bullshit. Like if I'm in college and I decide to go to TCU and I want to be a doctor and I'm a Muslim, I'm going to have to take some sort of theology class on Christianity. I'm going to TCU. It is a private university. They are privately funded. They do not take state dollars when it comes to the operation of their school. That's their business. I knew that when I signed up. It'd be the same with SMU, Abilene Christian, Liberty University. I mean, shit, you go to BYU, you can't drink and you can't fuck. Like, there's lots of rules that come with some of these religious schools. It's just a part of it. But you sign up and agree to that. Like, that's something you choose to do. You know you're getting into it when you go to that either private school or public university that has some
I
religious
thought you could
ties.
do you can't do anal at BYU.
I mean, you might be able to. I don't know, or soaking or whatever they call it. But you, but you can't.
Shout out soaking. Start paying your boys.
But you can't force people. I can't say, hey, I'm gonna. You're the future. Your future and um, your college choice is going to be decided on you taking a class on a religion that you don't believe in. And you have to take tests on it, and if you don't pass, then you don't get to graduate high school. That's super fucked. That's just fucked. That's like, okay, you're not Jewish, but you are going to have a bat mitzvah and you have to read from the Torah in front of everybody. And if you can't get it, then you don't get to have your regular birthday party. You'd be like, what the fuck, dude? It doesn't make sense. Like, there's no, like, you can't have, and your outcome determined by that, especially when it's something you're raised just not believing. And I'm glad to see
And
somebody have
they
enough
just don't. Yeah,
sense to strike it down. And it's not because if you're a
because
Christian
all they're
you're
doing. Okay,
wrong or you
I
believe
know,
that
but
you're wrong, but it's like it's wrong to project your personal opinions and
right,
beliefs on
and
other
that's what they're
people.
doing. That's what they're doing here too. You know,
Yeah,
is
it's
like
100%. That's all it
it's
is.
yeah, it's a power move. It's like it's not like we like there's some sort of utility to having the motherfucking Ten Commandments like in eyesight.
Yeah, it's not gonna stop.
It's like a flex, you know.
Um,
Like and then like hearing like fucking Mike Johnson, MAGA Mike Johnson, who thinks like morality is looking at his like son's porn and having his son look at his porn, like him talk about like Sharia law and shit. Like the United States is like, where the fuck is this happening, dude? Like dudes would show up with like fucking machine guns and like kill these people if they're doing Sharia
well, they
law in
point
Texas.
at a lot
Are
of
you
these
kidding
like
me?
Muslim communities in Texas that have opened up, but where they really freak out and they build like statues and churches and churches like mosques and all sorts of stuff.
Like the good old boys aren't still in charge, like of the
But like,
cops.
what I tell them too, though, is I'm like, man, if I lived in Texas and that was my community, I'd be terrified to run around the way that people say. So you're shocked that they like find areas and start communities where they all kind of live in close proximity and are similar minded. Like that's totally normal. I don't understand why that's such a
Yeah,
big deal
it's
that they're
called a
choosing to do
diaspora,
that.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're choosing to do that because you're so unassimilated. You so don't want to and bring them into the fold of this community, so they're just going to start their own. Yeah, no shit. And that's them saying like, so there was a vote on the ballot this year in Texas was like, should Texas ban Sharia law?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what are you talking? It's banned by the Constitution. You don't need to ban Sharia law. We don't have Sharia law in the United States. Like, it's insane. It's so fucking racist, dude. It's like we have Chinatown. It's like everywhere. Like, it's like we don't say like that they're gonna start like communism, do we? Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
get
pretty
the fuck
crazy.
out of here, dude. You
Yeah,
racist fucks. Like.
yeah. So it's good to see a federal judge being like, no, that helps at least set some sort of precedent, bark things up the tree. Because, like you said, all of these cases are probably going to end up in front of the Supreme Court at some point, and they're going to have to make a decision. I don't know if they're going to make the right one or not, but I'm just always been perplexed by the whole thing. And as you saw this really start up coming out of COVID, I just find it funny. It's like they think having that posted up is going to stop like something bad from happening at the school, or it's no, it's just no. You have to, and it's like an exact size, frame, like an exact style that it has to be. Um,
And who's making these, dudes? Like Trump Bibles? Like whoever makes those?
yeah, I'm sure there's somebody who makes them.
Um, Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like, are they profiting off of it?
Oh, there's somebody who's
Right.
like, somebody's like, finally, oh, I told you guys, printing off all those copies.
No, no, this is baked in. They're like, this is why this even started. It was like
It's
one of these
all
dudes.
it's like
Yeah, he's
Valentine's
like,
Day with like
just
selling more cards. It's like they're
yeah,
only doing this. Okay,
get off
I
those Ten
I
Commandments.
believe it's the reptilians.
It's the fucking Republican Tillians,
Yeah,
Republicans,
rub, rub, repubtilians.
Reptila.
Last article. USC's gas prices jumped to the highest level since 2023 as Iran war drags on. The Iran war has rattled the few global flow, uh, has rattled the global flow of oil, which steeper fuel costs already straining households worldwide. And in the U.S., drivers are facing the highest prices they've seen at the pump in nearly 2.5 years. According to the Motor Club AAA, the average price of a gallon of regular gasoline has jumped to $3.79 on Tuesday, up from $2.98. Consumers were paying before the launch this war in the I guess in the February 28th. Yeah, it's pretty hard. I mean, there's times are tough for everybody right now. Amanda Aska, a Louisiana resident, said the Associated Press the Associated Press while filling up her car tank last week. I'm getting way less gas and paying way more money. She isn't alone. Pain at the pump has been one of the most immediate economic impacts of the conflict because the price of crude oil, the main ingredient in gasoline, has soared and swung rapidly in recent weeks due to the ongoing supply chain disruptions and cuts from major producers across the Middle East. Brent crude, the international standard, was trading at 102 a barrel on Tuesday, up roughly from 70 just weeks ago. Yeah, it's doubled because a few weeks before that it was at 50. One thing that hasn't I've heard a couple people touch on, but we also did like ease up on sanctions on Russia. So now Russia is selling oil at
Let me
like
tell you. Let me.
twice as much per barrel. Which, like, is
Yeah,
that a
fuck
coincidence?
you, you fucking Ruskies. Like, yeah, I said it. Okay, listen to this fucking 40 chess Trump did. We're spending $1 billion a day bombing Iran. Meanwhile, gas has gone the way the barrel of oil prices are way the fuck up. Gas is now up, way the fuck up. And in order to try to like lower the gas, we ease sanctions on Russia. So now Russia's getting like fucking $2 billion so they can go fund their motherfucking murderous war in Ukraine. So like, and the only oil tankers getting through the Strait of Hormuz are Iranian oil tankers going to China because we don't want to fucking like so
They
Iran's
let
still getting
they
gets
let
all of their
I think
oil.
they let India get a couple through.
Okay, but Iran's getting their oil through.
Oh yeah,
The United States is or it's really we only get like 1 or 2% allegedly, but that sounds right to me. Like, but it's like fucking Japan gets 90% of it, like China or and China gets like 90%, and then like the UK, like a bunch of the Europeans get a lot of their oil from there, the Strait of Hormuz as well. My point is everything's cool with Iran's oil getting the fuck out, which they're supposed to be sanctioned anyways. But like the good guys, quote unquote,
yeah,
oil's
good
not is
guys.
not is yeah, it's not getting out, bro. So I mean, and Russia's now getting paid like, and now Russia's getting like allowed to sell their oil. It's because we don't want to like it to go up even higher. And then now Japan like has like a huge supply of like reserves. They just released their reserves to try to like taper this shit off. So like altogether, I think the number is like 100 million gallons of like the reserves have been are getting
Yeah,
released, but it's like 150 gallons that were supposed to be coming through the motherfucking strait. And so, and that shit compiles, It's not like, oh, we're just 50 million short. It's like, no, you're 50 million short today and tomorrow and the next day. And it's like, dude, and the price for oil hasn't really changed, even though we've announced all this release of like all the reserves. And it's because that shit was already baked in. Otherwise, this shit would be like at $200 a barrel. Like, what are we fuck? And Trump thinks he could just turn off the war? No. And it doesn't matter how much you like degrade the Iranian army or the navy because they can just roll out in like a motherfucking speedboat and like put a fucking mine there, or they can launch a drone off the back of
Well,
a pickup truck, dude.
Iran was saying get ready for $200
That's what I'm
per barrel.
saying. Yeah,
That was from Iran.
that's real. Especially like, dude, like especially because we already they're Card Island that we so we bombed all, like the airport or like the runway there, and then all the quote military assets that they have there. But that's where 90% of Iran's like oil gets like refined and then shipped out. Like if we they said if we bomb like any of their oil there, like they're just gonna bomb like all the like the Gulf countries oil infrastructure, and if that happens, dude, it's like, and do we trust Pete Hegseth and Donald Trump to conduct this war? And Trump's like, it's over when I feel it in my bones. It's like
Yeah,
this is
that's crazy. That's
this
probably
the other
crazy.
Trump derangement syndrome that we're listening to him at. Like, when did he become a military expert? You know, it's like, what the fuck? I get you're the commander in chief, but why the fuck are you making the calls? You know, it's like, when did you get involved in this? You know, it's like Barack was like making like the final decision. He wasn't coming up with a fucking strategy.
Yeah, well, we know there is no strategy. That's how you know he was
Yeah, well,
involved.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
there was no strategy. But the whole thing is, though, I mean, how many more weeks do you think this goes on?
Forever.
Think so?
Yes, dude. Are you kidding me? Like, this is a shit show and a half. Like this is it's going to get worse before it gets better.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I mean,
Like they want the fucking Iranian people who just got 30,000 of them, 30,000 of them murdered in the fucking streets, and now we're bombing them like every fucking day, and they want them to come up in like uprising. Like, has there ever been like a popular uprising when they were like under bombardment, like hitting, like they're like bragging about like hitting like 1,000 fucking things like a day?
living under rubble.
Right. Like, I mean, what are you guys talking about? Like, take your country back while we bomb the fuck out of it. That's not how that works.
Yeah,
And and the other thing was that like the Ayatollah that we killed, the supreme leader, like how many
yeah. His
he didn't
son
he
took
did
over.
but he didn't want his son to take over because then it's like it's like the Shah, you know, it's like a dynasty type shit. But and the son's super hardline, and but and the dude's like on his way the fuck out, you know, like he's 86 and like bad health. There would have been a succession at not his son, but because we fucking murdered everybody, like that's how they're like, okay, well, we're gonna put the son, killed the son's wife and all of his kids. You know how he survived? You know how he survived? Have you heard this?
Mm-mm.
He was at the compound and he stepped outside for a couple minutes and they bombed it and he just missed it. And so they killed everybody besides him. And we're not even sure if he's alive. Trump says he's missing a leg, so you got like memed like, I mean, because like whenever they did his like first announcement as the new supreme leader, it was off camera and it was written, it wasn't even him talking. So we don't even know if he's alive. They're talking about Netanyahu's not alive. I don't want to spread any misinformation on that.
Yeah.
Like, because I think that Israel would be quick to be like, yeah, he is dead. And like, here comes the boom, as Trump in his White House would post a video like with that fucking song on there. It's
Oh
insane.
my god.
I know. What are we doing, dude? We could have just everybody could have had healthcare, dude.
Yeah. Yep.
And then I thought John Bolton was in jail. Like, he's like out here telling, because this is his fucking wet dream. Him and Dick Cheney.
Yeah, but
Dick
he's
Cheney.
starting.
Too bad Dick Cheney couldn't be here to see it.
But he's pissed off because he's like they have no plan. So John
I
Bolton isn't
right.
happy
He's like,
with
I would
it,
have
but
done
he's
this way
it's
differently. Yeah,
Lindsey
yeah.
Graham who's like,
Oh yeah,
doesn't
with
care.
Lindsey Graham. Yeah, dude.
Lady
Goddamn.
G's over there hitting the G spot.
Yeah,
But
it's like he's on a Sibian.
John Bolton's definitely like they're incompetent and stupid. And they're saying that the best way for if the longer he lets it go on, they were bringing up like Lyndon B. Johnson and how he kept escalating in Vietnam, kept trying to escalate, it went nowhere. So then they were
It's
basically
called the
like,
mission creep, bro.
yeah, they're like, bro, like we're done. Like,
Right. And like, why the fuck? Like Donald Trump, the hubris, bro. He reminds me of when I was 16, and I'm like, I know that every 16-year-old thinks they're untouchable. I get that, but I actually am untouchable. Trump's like, I get that every president thinks like they're gonna like do, you know, handle the Middle East different, you know, but I actually am, and we all know he's a fucking idiot. So how is this gonna go better? than
Or
Iraq.
not what Cuba has no power, and he was talking about I'll take Cuba next.
He
Not
said
sure
it
if
would
he's
be an
gonna
on. It's going to be an honor
honor
to
to
take it.
take it.
Like that's like a Hitler comment.
But we've said
Like,
he's obsessed with being the one to expand the U.S. territory,
except for he was no stupid wars. You know,
so he could say that he did it. That's what it is.
it's insane.
Yeah,
But
it's dumb. What else you got?
meditate, bitches.
Make sure y'all like, follow, subscribe. We just appreciate y'all checking us out as always. Yeah, shit's fucked. So we'll see what happens over every. I feel like every Wednesday there's a big news drop. We gotta wait a week, so we'll see what comes out tomorrow. Because I bet you it'll be something crazy. If it's super nuts, we'll do a 911 episode.
Like a 9/11.
Yeah. Never forget. Y'all be good. Stay out of trouble. We'll see y'all next time. And as always, go fuck yourself.
Shout out.
Try to threaten me
Recording
with
stopped.
money? Go fuck yourself. Shout out Elon.
It's weird to stop, bro. Shout out. That was the impression. Go fuck yourself. Elon telling you.